Time Valve decides to announce anything, it's ginormous, humongous, ginormous news. And so yesterday, we actually got a giant announcement out of Valve. Not the first one in this kind of line, but the first one made by Valve. They still can't count to fucking 3, but the long-running rumors are true. They are putting out a Steam home console. We do have some basic technical specs on it. They're like, it's 6 times more powerful than a Steam Deck, right? It's an AMD Zen 4. It's a custom GPU from AMD, 16 gigs of DDR5 and 8 gigs of GDDR6 VRAM. There's 2 models, one with a 512 gigabyte hard drive and one with a 2 terabyte drive, both SSDs, right? Why you would have the 512 with a Steam Deck, considering Steam Machine, considering how big video games are. You're going to load like 4 games on there and it's going to be gone. Internal power supply, it's got a display port, 4K at 240, 8K at 60 hertz, sports HDR, FreeSync, daisy chaining, HDMI 2.0, 4 type USB-A ports, 2 USB 3 in the front, 2 in the rear. It works with other controllers and PC peripherals. It'll wake up with the Steam controller, and they showed the controller, and I'm going to put this on the screen.
I don't like it.
Because it looks absolutely freaking stupid. I'm trying to figure out, I feel like those little touchpads below the sticks are going to do something. Right?
Yeah.
And I feel like I'm going to be holding it, and my hands are going to brush the touchpads, and something's going to go wrong. And I don't like the controller. I hate to say it, but I still like the basic like 360 style Xbox controller. So far, this and the PlayStation 2, like kind of a toss up. But yeah, that controller looks terrible. The thing itself basically looks like a box. It doesn't look like anything. Apparently that front plate is removable, so you can put like custom shit on the front plate here. I'm sure they'll sell that. Aside from that, it's a small form factor. So that's what we know so far. The only thing that they haven't talked about is how much the damn thing's gonna cost. Right? And that's where this is where I am on this thing. So toss it over to you for a second, Jay. You heard about this, you saw the specs, you know quite a bit about PCs and things. What is your first like initial impression of what they're putting out here?
Yes. So my very professional technical review is that everything's dumb. It's stupid. It sucks. The design sucks. You're not Apple. What the fuck are you doing? The controller is ugly. Like, are the bottom touchpads like supposed to be like rubbing your nipples? What is that? Like, what is going on? And also, it's just, yeah, my gaming PC is like way better. Like, I don't know, what did they say? 6 times better than a
Steam Deck.
Steam Deck. So yeah, I don't know. My gaming PC is probably 6 times better than this like box of shit. So I'm hungry, so I will do an honest review. This is my honest review. We're gonna edit that first part out. It fucking sucks. That's my first initial. What are your thoughts, Alex?
I mean, it's a mid-tier gaming PC. That's really what it's a mid-tier gaming PC in a small form factor. Yeah. So again, it's a semi-custom GPU. Tough to say whether that's going to be good. Apparently the RAM slots are upgradable. There's some certain things that are upgradable, but the GPU and the CPU I don't think are. And so you're locked in. It's again, mid-tier. The 2 things that I'll say is if you couldn't use other controllers with it, I would say it's a piece of garbage, right? I'm going to use whatever controller I want with it if I get it, because that controller looks terrible. Yeah. That being said, again, I don't know why you're coming out with a 512 gigabyte version. It makes no sense to me. that's not big enough to do anything with. I know because of the issues that I've got with my gaming PC and what I have to unload and reload and re-download and change when I get new games. 2
Yeah.
terabytes kind of the minimum right now.
Oh,
The upside to this is this. There's been many times in my life where I've been like, man, I would love to play my Steam library on my giant TV in my living room, right? And I've thought that that would be nice to be able to play the games that I only own on Steam in my living room, right?
yeah. Just move your computer downstairs.
Now, and again, so this is it. One is move the computer, and this is a smaller form factor. If I want to leave something in my living room aesthetically, this is just nicer to have around, right? So I'm very meh on this. Here's what's going to turn it for me. I'm betting right now, and let's open our little envelopes and somebody come back later when they release the price on this. I think the 512 gigabyte one is $799, and I think the 2 terabyte one is $1,099. And
No.
this is where I think they're going to fall down. Because even with the expanse of how much a PS5 is right now, right? I don't think you can get it into the range of the other console prices. I don't think you're going to get it down with those specifications to $549. And so I think you are going to severely limit your market of, I have an extensive Steam library and I really want to be able to play in my living room without moving my fucking PC. That's really the market here. Right? So that's why I think this is a problem for them. Is I don't think so. What did I just say? $799 for the 512 and $1099 for the 2 terabyte at best. Yeah. At best. Okay. And I won't be surprised if the 2 terabyte version is closer to $11.99 or $12.99 when they launch it. I mean, no. Do you see any flaw in my logic there?
So the only thing I could think of is, so they have to be going into this understanding that if they're going to be competitive, they have to not make money on this console, period. Because Xbox does not make money off their console. They lose money on their console. Mm-hmm. They make money on accessories and all the games and everything like that. So the only way that you can get into the console market, in my opinion, is bringing your PC, like you said, play your PC games on the TV. So, or you want to get into PC gaming, but you don't want to build your own PC. It's very convenient. You have this stupid little box, like, I don't know, Hellraiser cube. And then you can play all the PC games that everyone else can play, but they have to be willing to lose money on the console. And I don't know if they're going to take that route with it.
I generally agree with you. And so this is the other problem that they've got. Somebody in the YouTube chat's bringing this up right now. Do they have an exclusive game for launch? You can't have an exclusive game. It's not possible. It runs on SteamOS, which means any game you put on it is on Steam. It's on PC. So it's literally impossible. Now, that being said, one of the things that's been bandied about the last 24 hours is, will Valve finally learn to count to 3? Could you launch this with Half-Life 3, with like a cool faceplate cover for Half-Life 3, and maybe a specialized Half-Life 3 controller, and maybe if you buy a Steam console, you get some cool in-game shit for Half-Life 3. Do I see them possibly doing that? Yes. And would that buoy the initial sale of these consoles? It absolutely would. Um, but an exclusive game, again, I'm trying. I could probably be convinced to buy this if it was less than $700, right?
Yeah.
But I
Yep.
don't think it's gonna be. Even if we go with your theory that they have to lose money on this console, they're gonna lose $50 on each unit. Okay, but they're gonna make it up with Steam games, right?
Yeah.
And we already know what Steam's cut is. It's big. Okay,
Yeah.
sure, maybe, right? But I don't think it's gonna be 700. I think it's gonna be closer to 8, 9, or 1,000. And I think that right there, especially in this economy, I think you've priced everybody out.
Yeah. 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 Um, at 700 and lower, smart. Above 700, I don't see them surviving in this, or like, I guess, breaking into this market. Like, I don't. Nope.
See, like the Steam Deck, when they released that at least made some sense, right?
Yes.
I want to be
Yeah.
able to play my Steam games on the go and with cloud saves and everything else. I can be playing Cyberpunk 2077 on my PC, sync my cloud save to my Steam Deck, and then I can get on the bus and play Cyberpunk, right? That actually makes a certain amount of sense, right? It's the portability of the Steam Deck makes you go, okay, I get why you did this, right? And I've had a lot of people tell me they really like their Steam Decks, right? But again, I'm trying to see who the market for this is. Yeah, console players who can't play PC exclusive games that are only out on PC.
But then I would urge you, because it's not hard, I would urge you just watch a YouTube video and build your own PC. Like, yes, it's going to be larger than the Hellraiser cube. I agree. But you can upgrade it whenever you want. Like, I don't buy it. If it's above 700, don't buy it.
Not with these specs.
No.
I mean, that's the thing. I want to know more. 28 CUs, 2.45 gigahertz GPU, max sustained clock. For gaming at 60 FPS with FSR. I want to see somebody's going to have to run some crazy benchmarks once this thing comes out. You know what I mean? Um, yeah, I'm really curious. Really, it's again, it's going to be all about the price, especially with that 2 terabyte model, which is the only one I think is worth buying.
Yeah.
That's it. You know. Um. Also, and here, there's so many things I keep running into. SteamOS, does it have? I gotta look this up. Does it have Discord? Because or something like that. Um. Yeah, the problem is that for like multiplayer games, everybody plays on Discord or Vent. They used to play on Vent, things like that. The fact of the matter is, how are you going to do multiplayer with the Steam console, right? Where people want to talk to each other. Like, is there going to be integrated voice chat?
I mean, there would have to be. It,
You know,
yeah.
yeah. I love Valve. I think they're a great company. They're a super smart company. I don't know who the market this is. I don't know who this is for. I really don't. Okay. Well, that's all we got to say on this topic. Let us know what you think down in the comments below. Are you planning on picking up this new Steam console? What do you think of that weird looking controller?